Do you guys have a logo that I can have? Because I'm going to edit this tournament.
So you put on the yin yang thing?
Yeah. Yeah, the yin yang thing.
Yeah, we do have a logo.
Good. I need that. Give.
All right, we're live with an after tourney talk.
I mean,
with
are we friends on
ProCore.
Skype? Good. I can just give it to you. Yeah. What's your Skype?
All right, guys, we're live with an after tourney talk with ProCore right now, and we are live on the stream with a no delay for everyone to see.
Everything's live. Boobs, tits, butts.
We already had boobs, in fact, because when I zoomed in on Hell, she was against the wall, so I just got a giant breast shot for some reason.
Sounds like a fanfic.
Wow.
So how does it feel winning it? You all beat Juice last week as well, right?
Yeah, in matches though.
What have you got against sharing? Why can't you share the wins?
Dude, I
I'm very greedy with that.
Yeah, we love the gems, man. We need to get
I
that.
gotta feed my bacon habit with that €5.
So did you all expect Juice to come in there in that second match and pull off picking Hell and Ares right off the bat to stop you all?
There's three main picks that everyone tries to get first, and they're Hell, Agni, Ra. So when they banned Guan Yu first, we knew we can get 2 out of the 3 if we just didn't ban one of them. So when they picked Hell, as we knew, we thought we could deal with him. Then we picked up Ra and Agni after that. So that was our strat going
That's
in.
mostly because those are the only 3 truly viable casters right now, especially the ones that are viable mid.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we knew Ra has a good time against Hell mid too, so it's not like it would have been a bad mid fight.
So Sturmy's going up against your Ares. How'd you deal with that?
I play Ares every game. I know how to handle him. That's all I gotta say.
We did mention this in the cast as well. We thought not only if you play a certain god, you'll be good with that god, but if you play against that god, you also know all of his strengths, all of his weaknesses, how to deal with it, how to be really annoying against him. So we sort of picked up on that. That was great.
Yeah.
Zapman, you came in there pretty strong in both games. Coming in from the side lanes, just popping in when someone needing you, playing very much a great carry role. Did you all communicate a lot for that purpose, or how did you know when to come in there at the last second almost each time?
Well, it's definitely communication with my lane partner. Me and Sparks have been playing together since the game came out, and we basically just know a lot of situations. We look at their items right away. That's how we got the first blood on the Baka, because we saw his items, we knew he had a hog, and when he didn't come to lane right away after he went back the first time, we knew he had to either be doing the small creeps or the blue creeps, so we took a chance, went to the blue camp, and we found him. Pretty much awesome. A lot of communication.
Wow, nice clean execution.
Yeah.
What do you all think of the new map?
I love the new map. I think it's great. I think not having the side buffs obviously lessens the width and definitely creates more action in the lanes and in the jungle areas. Besides, because like before I used to like always go get the side buffs, and that would take me out of play for at least 2 minutes of the game. So you wouldn't see me doing anything but getting side buffs right on the side lanes for 2 minutes. So without them there, it creates a lot more action and a lot more invasions and a lot more just skirmishes throughout the map.
I have a question.
I'd say that the downside to taking out the side lanes is that, I don't know if it's a downside really, but you have to be much more cognizant of people coming from the middle, because you don't have that little alley that you can duck into to block line of sight, or hop over a wall to hit back before you get rushed down sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
The next tournament apparently is going to be the end of the month tournament, the big one. Have you got any words to say to any of the other teams out there? Let's get some fight talk going.
Well, we're not going to be BM, but we love all the competition from all the teams, and we hope every single team out there...
You be bad-mannered. You be bad-mannered now.
I can do that for you. We're going to win.
That's not our philosophy. We respect every single team out there, and we hope everyone comes, new teams, old teams, and we have a great, successful tournament for the Smite community.
But who do you respect the least?
I respect everyone. Equal amount.
Let's not put him up to that too much.
Equal amounts.
With if there's anything, considering this patch has kind of been all buggy the past 2 days, and now people are finally going to be able to play, it looks like they fixed the issues. To anybody who's watched it, it's planning to jump in and play a lot now. Are there any items or any things you think they should try out going into this patch to just get more familiar with it and maybe more prepared? Because I see some of you are running with some of the newer items, so if you could elaborate maybe on those items and why you chose them.
Well, I can elaborate for my role, and I'll let everyone else do that for their roles. For my carry role, I've been getting 2 ability items first because ability items are very strong early game, and they contribute a lot to the laning phase. And since they're 250 gold each, I can get 2 ability items, still get my level 1 Heartseeker, and then I can get 6 pots for sustain. So I've been choosing to go 2 ability item route first, and it's been working out for me in having lane domination. So that's for me.
How do you feel about the stats in the game at the moment?
I think stats have their purpose. I wouldn't recommend just going for stat build. I'd get items, and let's say you have 500 gold left over, and you haven't even started your next tier item, so you know it'll be 3 tiers before you can finish an item. And you need maybe some more defense or some more health. Like in one of the games, I had 500 gold left, and I saw myself getting chunked a lot because I had low health, so I just bought 200 health for 500 gold. And it made a pretty big difference in team fights. So I think if you don't want to get a whole item for a certain stat, then you just go and buy the stat quickly, especially if you just finished a tier 3 item, so you're not working on another item.
I saw a post by Hi-Rez talking about how it's roughly, very roughly equivalent to how masteries and runes would have been implemented. Instead of out of game, though, they wanted to be in game. And I think following that logic, there needs to be a much harsher cap on either the total amount of stats you can buy or lower individual caps.
So Sparks, you bought that Mark of the Vanguard and Bulwark of Hope, the 2 the newer items. Can you please explain those to us?
Well, Vanguard is just going to give you that HP 5, so it's really good to have. Also take 5 less damage. This is a really good starter item. You get that, and you get 5 health and mana pots, so you have that sustain in lane, so you can mess around a little bit, be a little aggressive, especially as a Sobek. You gotta love the hook and knock up. Just really set up a nice poke for you and your teammate. And then I got the Bulwark because it has a lot of health on it, I'll say that. And just a 25% shield is really good, especially for like a Guan Yu, someone, or if your team has a stain, so that you can really just stay in a fight and not have to worry about anything. I've noticed that in this patch, it's not necessarily about stats for tanks, more so than it is health, because health is going to make you like invincible.
Yeah, so something else we noticed, that almost every single one of you on both teams, and this hasn't happened as past tournaments as much, have purchased the ability Aegis. And not only, it seems like you're using it more than just for Ares. It seems to be a common thing in team fights going on right now. Can you say what's the best opportunity or best times to use that Aegis? Because it's being used a lot.
It depends on who, what their team comp is. Obviously it's really good too for laning phase, so you can juke some ults, but I would typically try to counter some ults with it. So like the Ares ult is good to counter. If they had a Hades, that's also good to counter. When you have a Hell on your team, you can always cleanse one of the ults and then save it for another ult if Wukong jumps in or something. But Wukong, I don't know, his CC isn't really that strong anymore, so maybe not on him, but like a Guan Yu ult for sure. Just those strong ults that you want to avoid the damage and CC from, you use it for. It's really in the meta. I think everyone should have Aegis.
It's also a great ability, like for example, if you're the one being focused, you can just toss it down, and then you have 2 seconds where your entire team gets to focus on DPS, and you're still alive, while the entire team just doesn't know what to do.
Right, and it's also good for diving towers. If hey, I got a little bit of health, I know I can go in, throw a combo down, I can still leap out, so I'll tank the tower for 2 seconds. It's about a hit or 2. Then you just get out of there, and your teammate maybe can get a kill if they've already used their leap or something along those lines, depending on the situation. So it's really good all around, really.
And just to add to that, Aegis is really recommended on high priority targets like Hell and Wukong, because you can easily bait a lot of the damage into your Aegis and have them waste all that damage. So it's also another reason why. And also we see that they don't have any hard CC like a Ymir or something like that see the hard CC that really can they can burst you down quickly with. So we didn't really face that in most of the games, so that's another reason why we all got Aegis.
So the hardest choice for new players trying out this system is going to be between items and stats. Do you all have any suggestions on how to choose when to purchase stats or choose when to focus items while they're building their god?
You should always focus items.
Early on, definitely items. Items are way better. You're getting multiple stats from items. So to waste money early game on stats is kind of pointless. I mean, I think more towards level 20, like once you have all your items, then you start getting stats. I mean, it depends on your playstyle, though. Some people like, get stats, but I don't really find them that beneficial. I actually find that just building the items is a lot better, at least for a support role. And then, with stats, you just get what you don't have. So, for example, support, I'm not really going to have that much speed. So then, instead of buying boots, I can buy speed, and it comes around to about the same price. Maybe I have like 5 less movement speed from buying it from stats at around the same price as rank 3 boots. But I don't mind that because then I have an item slot that's still available for another item. So, and as a tank, you're really staying in the fight anyway, so why do you need boots? You're not trying to chase. That's usually your ADs that are trying to pick up last kills. And then for certain situations, I just have sprints. So if I really need to chase someone, or if I need to, get closer to them to land a stun or some kind of CC, I just have that sprint.
Thank you, Sparks, for the parrot there.
I didn't mute my mic. Sorry. Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah,
I've been locally muting him when you're talking, so it doesn't go through.
Okay.
But
Awesome.
It's awesome to hear from you all. So very great performance. One last question I do have for you all is, the finals is next week, but I'm gonna guess you all have plans for the holidays before then, or are you gonna be working together as a team throughout the holidays as well, preparing for next weekend?
Definitely not for Christmas Eve. I'm sure everyone has plans and things like that. So after that, we'll be full time on Smite.
Well, hopefully we can stick with at least one system for all throughout next week and get full testing in for the community. So thank you all from ProCore for joining us here today, and awesome gameplay from you all. It was great to see you all also got to play against the new formed SK Gaming. And so that was an interesting match as well. So hopefully see all teams come back. So we want to thank you all. And is there anything you all want to say before we leave?
Sure. I definitely want rank back as soon as possible. That's what I want. And yeah, and we're ProCore Gaming, so our website is ProCoreGaming.com. I'll write it down. And also you can find me at twitch.tv/Zap55, and I also stream on the Hi-Rez stream from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern time. So check me out then. And I'll let everyone else have their chance to do their plugs.
Yeah, I'm just twitch.tv/SparksRES if you want to watch support either left or right lane. Depends. We usually tend to switch. So I'm also looking for a spot on the Hi-Rez stream. So Erez, if you're listening to this, please hook me up. I would love you forever. And I'd just like to thank the community for watching and supporting Smite. And let's just keep doing what we're doing, guys. Because sooner or later, Smite's going to blow up. And I can say I told you so.
Someone's going to plant a bomb on Smite? Is that what you just said?
It's going to get very popular. That don't sound like an Arab.
In one of the games, and Odin just jumps on a Ymir and does his ring of spears. It's like, yeah, okay, as Ymir, what will I do?
So
nowhere to run, eh?
Any other shout-outs from the rest of you?
Well, sometimes I stream on the BLG channel, so I'll put that one in there, and I have my own channel, twitch.tv/Sturmies. But
Are you talking to your butler?
Yes.
Put that one on there, butler.
Butler. And also a shout out to Spray because he told me to. He promised me bacon.
Poor Spray.
How about you, Arena?
I got nothing. I'm good. I love you guys. I love everyone that likes me.
And Popori, you don't got a tag in front of your name in the game.
Yeah, well, that's because my main account is banned for another 100 hours or so.
What did you do? Who the hell
I'm just an all-around nice guy, and people like me.
He's infamous.
No bad manners, right?
This is why I call Barbaric the king of the rage, okay? He gets banned for it.
Well, thank you all for joining us. I'm going to head on out now and close this out. But good luck to you next week, and hope to see some challenging matches again.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Well, thank you all for joining us today here on Smitecast. It was wonderful to cast for you all. This brings the end of the MyRevenge tournament for the second week in a row of ProCore winning against Juice Gaming in the finals match. And we hope that you join us again next week for the monthly finals. And click the follow button. We got the follow button here on Twitch. Follow us. It's the best way you can support us. And I want to thank everybody who showed up in the stream today. It looks like a bunch of Hi-Rez is actually in there, but answering some of your all's questions. Do not hate on this patch right now. There's no point to. You don't know if you actually like the patch or if it actually works out well till you've played it for hours upon hours. So get out there, play the game, join some friends, play it, look over it, and try out different things. And you know what? If you think that whatever you're doing is not working out well or that it's horrible, then maybe go watch some of the streams and see if they're doing something different. See if they're playing it differently and how it goes. But thank you for joining us here on Smitecast. I am JKKennedyTV. My co-host today was Inuki, and you can find us here on Twitch as well. And our CEO of Smitecast is Alakite. He's been in chat talking with you all. But once again, thank you. Click the follow button, and we'll see you all some other time. Peace out.